Hi, my name is Claudia Garcia, and I'm a second year political science student in Introduction to Food Science as FOS 3042. I'm here today with my friend.
Hi, I'm Daniel. How are you guys?
To discuss the new nutritional fact labels on products and how they differ from old nutritional fact labels. This difference was set on January 1st, 2020, and there's a few key important things. I find that these new labels, while they're like some minor changes, they have big impacts, and I'm going to be explaining and discussing these labels with my friend Daniel and then asking him some questions after. So one of the major changes is the serving size located at the top. It's now in a larger font than it was before. And this draws more attention to their serving size and it marks it as more important. I think so. And the serving size is based on the amount of food recommended to be eaten at one time. It's important to note that the serving size is to be like conscious about what foods you're eating, especially so you don't overconsume. Also, the average serving size has increased because they used to be not realistic, so people would drink or eat more than they would, and they would consume more calories than they thought they were. So the serving size for this container is 1 cup, and there's 8 servings per container. I forgot to mention that these are the two things that I'm going to be presenting. This Publix reduced fat milk, 2%, and this ProMix grass-fed native Irish whey protein isolate in the flavored chocolate. It's a protein powder. So the first thing, another thing that I want to note is at the top, there's now a little asterisk at the daily value of the top of the nutrition facts label. And that just tells you that like everything based in this label is based off the like daily recommended value for someone who's consuming 2,000 calories in one day. That's that's basically what it is. It's not like a law, but it's just like the average American is going to consume like 2,000 calories in a day. So this, I'm going to explain to you the list of like the 10 nutrients that you need. So first we have total fat, which this milk, which is like a cow's milk, has 5 grams of fat, and then it's 6% of the total daily value. Then there's 4 different types of fat. This also has saturated fat, which is 3 grams, and it's 16% of your daily value. There's also trans fat, which is 0 grams, which you shouldn't be consuming a lot of trans fat. It's not like recommended as part of the daily value. That's why there's no percentage listed on the trans fat. But there's also saturated fats, which is present here, and polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats as well. There's also there's cholesterol, which is 20 milligrams, and it's 7%. There's also sodium, which is 115 milligrams, which is 5% of the daily value recommended. And this is a little different than table salt. It's just like a little stronger than just your average table salt. And then there's total carbohydrates, which is 13 grams, and there's 5%. And in the carbohydrates, there's the dietary fibers, which this has 0 grams, so that means 0%. There's also total sugars, and you have to note the difference between total sugars and added sugars. That's something that's very important. And total sugars is like the natural amount of sugars occurring in the product. So this milk has naturally 13 grams of sugar, but it has 0 grams of added sugars. And added sugars are like artificial sugar sometimes, or it could be cane sugar, and it's added to like enhance the flavor of the product. And then lastly, for the macronutrients is the protein, which is 8 grams of protein in one serving. And then you have at the bottom your vitamins, which is like the daily recommended percentage of how many vitamins you should take. So you should look for a lot of vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium, and vitamin A, and avoid okay, I made a mistake. You want to avoid a lot of added sugars in your products, not vitamins. So this is something to note here, like since these are all percentages of daily value based on 2,000, what you can do, and since each nutrient also like is based off the 2,000 calories, in order to see how many you can eat maximum in a day recommended by the FDA, you take that percentage, and this is only obviously if you're interested, and you add it from all the products across, like all the nutrition fact labels of all the products that you've eaten in the day, until it adds up to 100. So now I'm gonna quiz you with this. I have 3 questions for you, but we're gonna be using this, and the nutrition fact label is here. So, okay, 1 second. I also want to note that the calories is also in a much bigger font. Just like super important to know, because now people can really, like, it's like, you know, ingrained in their heads that calories is 120. I mean, yeah, like the whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna quiz you on this. Right, question number 1. How many servings are in the product?
54.
Correct. Question number 2. What is the maximum amount of servings that they must reach to get the maximum amount of calcium?
10.
Yeah. And then, do you think that product is a good source of carbohydrates?
I do.
No.
No, it's not. It is. I mean, it's good.
It's 3%.
It's good carbs though. Oh, like, no, but isn't this like a total amount? That
Of daily value.
Yeah, like.
So I was just explaining that you wanted to get to 100.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, thought you got that one wrong.
Okay.
It's fine.